you put out some stats around food waste and how, the ugly fruit is now making it more into the main aisles of grocery store. And you threw out some stats, and I'm going to read them here. 35.5 million tons of perfectly good food are wasted. 48% of that is by consumers. You could fill 319,000 Boeing 787 Dreamliners, or I guess
Yeah.
1.3 billion Cessnas. Let's do that, whatever that number is. So what did you think of her idea about the naming convention itself being a problem, food waste?
Well, I mean, she's the one that got me thinking about food rescuing, really. I mean, Second Harvest with Lori Nikkel, who
Yeah,
we
great guest.
interviewed many
Yeah.
moons ago, I can remember. I mean, she's the food rescuer of Canada. I mean, she's number one. And I mean, Second Harvest started back in 1987 or something like that. I mean, it's been a while. They've been at this for a long time. And I've always felt, well, food rescuing, that's a cute way, to sell food waste or to, get people engaged with the management of food waste. But Cher's comments got me thinking about, what's food waste 2.0? Like, how is it going to look? How do we get people to care about food waste? And I think the lexicon, the language we use, is probably part of the problem. I mean, food waste is unsexy. I mean, people, who wants to eat food waste? Who wants to use food waste? But
That
when you
was the
think about
word, right? Who wants to eat food waste, right? Right away, the
exactly,
naming.
but
Never
if you're
thought of it
talking
that way.
about food rescuing or food repurposing, then
Hmm.
it just changes the allure, I think, of that resource. Because I agree with Sherman. It is a resource, and a
Yeah.
very valuable resource, and a lot of resources have been put into manufacturing, whatever we eat, whether it's products by Zoglos or anything else. I mean, there's a lot of investment being done, and that needs to be recognized in the language we use, I guess. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I thought it was so innovative. I mean, it changes the narrative. It changes the discussion that, there's food that is good and there's food that is waste. And, it reminds me of the kind of best before date things
Yeah.
that we talked about even on last episode, right?
Yeah.
Best before doesn't mean terrible after or bad to eat after. It's so much. Anyway. She's got a big remit, so to speak. But boy, it sounds like she's both passionate, super super smart, got a great team behind her.
Passionate? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
she she could sell it on eBay. I mean, it's really
yeah.
she is one of she's I mean, she's obviously very passionate, but she's so knowledgeable
Right.
about and 10, 15 years ago, sustainability was a space occupied by a bunch
A
of
niche. Yeah.
it was niche. We need to talk about it because we need to click a box or something. But now, I
Mhm.
mean, it's recognized by many
Yeah.
companies as a way to make more money in the
Well,
future.
and there's nothing wrong with that, right? If we wrap up this episode, capitalism works, right? It improves people's lifestyle. Pay more for your food. People need to make money and make a good living and a good return when they open a restaurant. Sustainability and making money don't need to be two different things, right? Which is,
Exactly.
can
Exactly. And she
well,
and, and and she marries both worlds very well in
yeah,
her work. Yeah.
yeah.